Last time on Total Drama Luxury Tour, Disney World, the happiest place on earth. It was here where Bridget dumped Jeff, Trent and Katie beat up beloved Disney characters, and there was lots of puke. Each team had to earn drama tickets to avoid elimination. It came down to the Drop Tower ride, where Cody, Jeff and Izzy had to avoid vomiting to win for their team. In the end, it was the Codemister who won it and secured yet another victory for the killer captains. The admirals, who had the fewest tickets, ended up sending Harold home for conspiring mutiny against the captain. Will the killers be as successful this time? Find out here on Total Drama Luxury Tour. Cut to the rabid skippers. Noah was shaking, he was terrified, he saw the aftermath and knows there's a bounty on his elimination. Just when I thought Alejandro was out of my hair forever, this comes out of nowhere. I don't even have to be voted out, I could be eliminated even by injury. Noah worried. The bookworm notices Tyler whispering to Lindsay and gets more uncomfortable. Don't worry, Noah, the Izzy Brigade has your back, Izzy happily says as she and Justin sits by him. Cut to the screaming admirals. Hearing Alejandro's bounty on that third little wuss makes me rather hungry for $1,000. Jeff Everly smirked. Duncan chuckled, getting paid to beat up a nerd, my lucky day. Gwen confronts Leshana about her past actions in Disney World. Leshana, why did you and Harold try to form an alliance against my boyfriend? The goth angrily inquired. Because he is a jerk and is wrong for you. The gal with attitude answers, why don't you mind your own business? Girl, you changed. What happened to the kind goth girl that everyone got along with? You're just jealous that Duncan is 10 times the man Harold could ever be. What did you say? Leshana gave Gwen a serious look. I said you were just jealous that Duncan is 10 times the man Harold could ever be. Take that back. Leshana threatened. Make me. Gwen shot back. Oh, I'll make you all right. Leshana was about to tackle the goth before DJ intervenes in time and tries his best to hold Leshana back. That pasty white girl is gonna get what's coming to her for saying that about Harold, Leshana vowed. Gwen frowned. What is her problem? Duncan and I are together. Deal with it. Cut to the killer captains. Sierra lies on the lobby couch with only Trent in the room sitting on a chair nearby. I just feel that I'm losing my grip on my Cody, Sierra whined. Heather is always bossing him around, and Bridget also seems to be getting in the way. What can I do? I'm probably the wrong person to ask, Sierra, Trent hesitantly says while secretly knowing the true intentions of the other girls. But I don't know what to do. Mean old Heather won't let me squeeze and cuddle with my Cody. How did I get pulled into this? Trent complained. Aboard the top of the ship deck, Bridget talks to Heather while she mans the ship. Heather, can I ask you something personal? The surfer girl said hesitantly. What? The Queen Bee inquired. I finally dumped Jeff back in Disney World. Now there is someone else I like. Bridget nervously elaborates, and that someone is Cody. The surfer girl at last confesses. You don't say, Heather responds, masking her true feelings about this revelation. What should I do? Well, the Queen Bee schemed. I suggest you put those feelings behind you, for if Sierra finds out, oh yeah, I forgot about her, Bridget finally realized. And that's the end of that, Heather stated. Bridget sighed. If I voted Sierra out next, what would Cody think of me? They are still good friends after all. Still, if she finds out I like him, she'll owe me. Sierra shifted her eyes. My homewrecker senses are tingling. That must be our next stop, Heather points out, changing the conversation. The three ships park along the shores of their newest destination. Yet again, the Total Drama staff was there to meet them. The teams noticed the decrepit architectural buildings consumed by the jungles surrounding it. Welcome, shipmates, to Tikal, Guatemala, their host said formally. These ruins were once one of the most powerful kingdoms of the ancient Mayan civilization. For today's challenge, you all will be spelunking the ancient ruins of these temples and tombs for ancient idols that represent Tikal's 9 Mayan gods. The team who collects the most stone idols wins, and the ones who collect the fewest face elimination. But be warned, the traps inside the ruins are still active, and one wrong step could mean certain death. Yeah, nothing twisted or sadistic about that, Noah remarked, Which reminds me, Chris continues, I hope everyone watched the Aftermath show while sailing here from Florida. Noah. Chris taunts regarding the hit set out for the bookworm. Since Ezekiel won the Aftermath challenge for his former team, the killer captains get an advantage for this challenge. They get tiki torches to use as they venture into the Mayan ruins. Heather rolls her eyes. Fine, Zeke, we're even. Chris finishes, best of luck to all of you, and try to come back in one piece. The teams disperse as they begin their search in the Mayan ruins. The killer captains grab their tiki torches as part of their advantage as they journey the dangerous decrepit temples of Tikal. Cody sighs, I miss Disney World. Jeff looked at the camera angrily, maybe 2 nerds will be leaving on a stretcher this time. I got a lighter, who needs lame torches, Duncan said while whipping it out to prove his point. Gwen sighed, I just hope I don't have to go in a group with Leshonna. Cut to the killer captains. Well, there are several buildings scattered around. Which should we look in first? Cody asked his team, obviously the biggest one. Courtney answers in her bossy manner as she proceeds to walk towards the largest architectural structure. Well, aren't you all coming? Who said we had to follow you? Heather shot at her CIT foe. Got any better ideas? Team captain? Courtney groaned. Oh, calling Heather team captain gave me ulcers. I should have gotten rid of her at Newfoundland instead. Heather moaned. Come on, Cody, let's go search in those far ruins over there, Sierra said as he pulled the geek to her direction. Wait, Bridget called out as Sierra glared at her unwanted intervention. I mean, it could be dangerous in those ruins. Shouldn't we search together as a group just to be safe? Bridget's right. The queen bee stepped in. I can't let Geeka die before he repays his debt to me now, can I? Gee, thanks. Cody responds. The team takes their tiki torches and proceeded to one of the Mayan temples as a full group. Cut to the rabid skippers. Noah nervously notices Duncan and Jeff eye him while the teams pass each other. Izzy holds the bookworm's hand to reassure him. I think we should split up. Me, Izzy, and Justin check that building. You 3 go check the one over there. Noah commanded his team. Cut to the screaming admirals. We'll split up since we have a morale issue, Duncan said as he and Gwen glared at Leshonna. Fine by me, the girl with attitude agrees as she storms off. There's so much tension on our team. Jeff is still mad about Bridget. Gwen and Duncan are fighting with Leshonna. What am I gonna do? DJ worried. Let's go, DJ, Jeff said in his new dark tone. Okay, buddy, DJ tries to be cheery. I just hope there aren't any dog mummies in these ruins. I definitely don't want another cursed season. The teams in numerous group sizes enter the Mayan temples of Tikal. Chris grins as he watches through the cameras implanted at the expense of his interns. Let's shake things up a bit, the sadistic host says as he activates a switch. Suddenly, trapdoors opened under the teams, and Cody, Courtney, Gwen, Jeff and Noah all fall in and get separated from their groups as they now find themselves in underground chambers. Cody, Sierra screams as the trapdoors seal themselves shut. Chris really is trying to kill us this time, Heather shouts out angrily. Cut to the screaming admirals. Gwen, Duncan shouted after she fell through the trapdoor. DJ ran to the punk's side. Jeff fell in too. What are we gonna do? DJ asked with concern. Find them, that's what. The delinquent sharply responded. Cut to the rabid skippers. Noah, Izzy shouted out of concern as Justin tries to pry open the trapdoor. It won't budge, the model tells her. How will Cadet Izzy be able to protect him now? There's got to be another way down there, Justin assured the loony. Cut to the killer captains. Great, Courtney shouts out in frustration, separated from the group with just the terp again. It could be worse, Cody optimistically spoke. How could it possibly be worse? As if on cue, as the duo walk down the underground passage with their torches, they bump into Gwen. Damn you, Karma, the Sith muttered. Great, it's Courtney, the goth said, equally as disappointed by this reunion. Come on, you two. We have to make it out of these ruins, Cody reminded the bickering duo. We are, Courtney says as she drags the geek from the goth, but Gwen doesn't have a torch. It's too dark for her to go alone, Cody protested. She's not on our team, Courtney angrily reminded, but we can't let her leave in the dark. There could be traps. Fine, then you keep her company, the Sith snapped. As Cody went back to Gwen, Courtney tripped him and stomped out his tiki torch flame. Hey, the geek complained as the Sith stormed off with the only light source available. Boy, do I feel sorry for your team, Gwen said as she approached the geek. It's fine, I'm used to her at this point, Cody responded with optimism. There was something I really was meaning to talk to you about, the goth said, moving on to a more serious note. About Newfoundland. I'm really sorry for what happened. I didn't mean for you to be sabotaged by what Duncan and I did. We wanted Courtney gone. I am so sorry for hurting you. It's okay, Gwen, Cody sincerely said. I guess I am still struggling to let you go. But that's my problem and I will deal with it. The goth then hugged her geek friend in the dark ruins. Cody, I don't want you to get hurt. But I really need a friend. Harold and Leshona tried to break me and Duncan apart, and now you are the only one I can trust. Don't worry, Gwen. Cody smiled in the dark, but the goth could still feel his compassion. I'll always support whatever you decide for yourself. Thank you. On a lighter note, did you get around to apologizing to Courtney like I asked in Alaska? Cody asked, changing the subject. I'm sorry, Cody. I just couldn't. It's just too hard to bury the hatchet with her when she wants to bury a hatchet into me. I see. Changing the subject once more, Cody feels around the stony floor of the ruins for his torch. After retaining it, he proceeds to relight it with nearby rock with success. Meanwhile, the rest of the captains split up, searching for their missing teammates as well as the idols for the challenge. Heather and Bridget went one way, and Trent, Katie and Sierra went the other. Heather, I worry Jeff may be onto my attraction to Cody. I fear he may harm him. Bridget told the queen bee with concern. Leave Jeff to me, but I want something in return. Heather schemingly proposes. What do you have in mind? The surfer girl nervously asks. Let go of Cody. Like you said, you don't want him getting hurt. If Jeff knows there's nothing between you two, he will let go of his grudge on the turb. The queen bee elaborates. I'll try to. Why did I have to like him in this scenario? Bridget whined. Cut to the screaming admirals. Hey DJ, I think I found one of the idols. Duncan called out to the gentle giant while they searched for his girlfriend in the dark ruins of the building. The delinquent picked up a bat-like god statue suddenly. The pair hears a rumbling. The duo turns to see a giant stone boulder rolling in their direction. They scream as they run for dear life from it. They eventually separate as Duncan runs one direction and DJ runs the other. Cut to the rabid skippers. Noah recollects himself from falling into the dark underground ruins of the Tychal architecture. I don't recall signing a contract allowing this, the bookworm angrily mutters to himself as he tries to feel around his area. He finds 2 flint stones and remembers how Cody was able to see in the dark Nuka mine this way. Noah struck the stones together so the sparks could show him where to go next. He immediately noticed the stone idol of a red-handed lizard god. Awesome, 1 idol for our team, Noah says to himself. He then hears footsteps coming his way. The bookworm strikes the stones together to reveal a distraught party animal. Jeff, boy, am I glad to see you. Any idea on how to get out of here? The idol. Give it here, Jeff threatened. Dude, what happened to you? None of your business, you scrawny little terp. Give me the idol. Noah hesitantly backs away from the now psychotic Jeff. Jeff only sadistically grins at the bookworm. Oh yeah, Alejandro put a bounty on your removal of the competition, and I could use $1,000 to cope with losing Bridget. I don't see any cameras here either. Noah, now realizing his position, runs for dear life from the snapped psychopath. Ooh, Chris says as he indeed did have the cameras down in the underground tunnels. Jeffy is on a manhunt. Will Noah escape the target that is now placed upon him? Find out here on Total Drama Luxury Tour. And we're back. We return as our archaeologists in training search for 9 idols as part of today's challenge. Some of them got separated. Will anyone make it out alive? Find out here on Total Drama Luxury Tour. Cut to the rabid skippers. Tyler reached around in a dark room of a Mayan temple. I think I found one of the idols. Oh wait. The jock creams as he realized he just aggravated a Gila monster. I found one, Tyler. Lindsay cheered as she picked up an idol that symbolized a woman on a noose. She has such a pretty necklace. Cut to the killer captains. While walking through the dark underground passages of Tychal, Cody and Gwen see Courtney's faint tiki torchlight across from their own. The geek turns to Gwen. There's Courtney. I'll go back to her so we can continue our challenge. You can keep my torch for your team. Thanks, Cody. But are you sure you want to go back to her? The goth asked. No worries, I can handle Miss CIT. The geek confidently responded. The duo departed as Cody runs to Courtney, much to her dismay. Great, you're back, she muttered sarcastically. Guess so, Cody grinned against the tiki torchlight. Why don't you go back to your backstabbing goth friend? Hey look, I see one of the idols, Cody said, ignoring the barking CIT. The Gap-toothed Geek picks up a stone statue of a feathered serpent. Without warning, Courtney grabs the idol out of his hands. Cut to the rabid skippers. Noah managed to hide in the darkness from the pursuing party animal. Noah panted before speaking, "That guy is all kinds of crazy." The bookworm knew that using the Flintstones as a light source would give away his position, so he had to only tiptoe through the underground ruins. He could hear the psychotic shouts of the party animal from afar and had to sneak away and return to his team. Cut to the screaming admirals. DJ managed to escape the boulder but gets separated from Duncan. "Chris, is what insane?" DJ tries to yell. "DJ, you there, buddy?" Leshana calls him out. "Over here, Leshana." DJ calls her back through the dark ruins. "DJ," the girl with attitude runs to her friend. "I wanted to talk to you about something." "What is it?" "Duncan and Gwen are after my hide, and I need someone in my corner. I don't like to get involved in conflicts," the gentle giant nervously stated. "Come on, if you vote with me, assuming Jeff isn't after me too, all you are responsible for is giving me and Gwen our opportunity to settle things fairly in a tiebreaker." Leshana pleaded. "Maybe that could work out," DJ said, finally convinced. Leshana then makes out yet another stone idol for the admirals. This one had a sun imprinting on it. "There's an idol over here. This one's for you, sunshine," the girl with attitude tells Herald in spirit. "Good job, Leshana," DJ cheered. They then hear a rumbling as dozens of deadly scorpions crawl out of the stone walls and attack the pair. They both scream and run for dear life. Cut to the killer captains. Trent, Katie and Sierra notice with their tiki torches another idol across the stone hall they stood before. "It's just over there. I'll get it," Katie happily says as she steps foot in the hallway. Suddenly, Trent remembers this cliché and pulls the girl back just as darts shoot out of the hallway walls. "Woo, thanks Trent. There's gotta be a way to reach that idol," Trent tells his team. "Sierra, any ideas?" "How can I think? For all I know, Cody could be being belittled by mean ol' CIT, or worse, dead," the Fangirl whined. "He's a resilient kid," the musician assured. "But right now, he needs us to pull our weight, so help us find a way to get that idol." Sierra felt better now, so she helped ponder a solution. The Mayans must have had some way to get around their own traps." Sierra felt around the walls of the room and activated a hidden switch. It revealed a hidden passage that took the three past the hallway trap and to the idol. This one had a moon imprint on it. Trent quickly snatched it and they ran out of the area. Chris watches the entire scene in his secret Mayan camera room. Looks like the teams are 2 for 2 for 2. Meanwhile, Cody continues to follow Courtney. "Quit following me, Terp. At least I am keeping quiet this time around." Cody defended himself. "Why don't you go back to that heartless boyfriend stealer you can't help but love, despite the fact that you have absolutely no chance with her?" "Any particular reason you dislike my company this much?" the geek asked curiously. "It's because you're a scrawny little pipsqueak who's blindly loyal to a deceitful Mo Baxter bear." Cody chuckled. "I admit my body size leaves to be desired, so I guess you mostly hate me for siding with Gwen last season." "Well, yeah, how the hell could you still be on her side, despite all she's done to both of us?" the CIT angrily inquired. "She and Duncan ignored both of our feelings and did not even offer us the charity of a Dear John letter. How can I just change from one moment where I long to be with the girl of my dreams to absolutely loathing her? I admit, I hate that she is with Duncan, but I can't just turn against her," Cody explained. "So you just let her use you?" "She doesn't use me," Cody argued. "Oh please, don't you think it's a little odd that she was so keen on letting you in back in Australia?" Maybe some of her decisions I may not agree with, but I am not about to side against her. But I guess it was easier for you to turn on the one you loved because you actually had a relationship with him." Courtney just sat down against the ruins wall. "How could he do that to me? I may not be perfect all of the time, but still, being cheated on by Duncan, being used by Alejandro, being more hated than Heather. Why me?" "You shouldn't let all that get to you," Cody comforted. "What do you know, Zerp? You don't even know what it's like to have a relationship." Courtney angrily shot back. "True, but I know what it's like, not having a relationship." "What? I mean, it is kind of bumming not having a girlfriend, but the single life is also the simple life." Cody tried his best to explain. "What do you mean? I remember back on the island, where your main priority was to prove to everyone that she was an independent and powerful leader who was also a born winner. Maybe you should stop worrying about a man to cling to and just focus on what's important to you," Cody told the CIT. "You know, you're actually right for a change." Yeah, I can focus on what's important to me. Crushing Duncan, Gwen, Heather, you, and everyone who stands in my way, Courtney proudly says. Yeah, Cody nervously encouraged. Cut to the screaming admirals. Gwen, Duncan happily said as he found his gothic girlfriend after eluding the giant boulder. Miss me much? Gwen friendly taunts. Come down pasty, I need someone to vote out Leshonna with, the punk responded in kind. Cut to the rabid skippers. Look Justin, Cadet Izzy found one. The psychopath who speaks in third person said as she grabs another idol of a face with a long nose. Good going Izzy, Justin praised. I thought I heard some voices, Noah said as he finally found his Izzy Brigade members. Noah. Izzy happily said as she tackled the bookworm. That's a relief. Where have you been, Noah? Justin asked. Just avoiding a craze, Jeff. People are taking this bounty thing really seriously. Well, at least we make up half the team, so worst case scenario, you can outsmart the others in the tiebreaker. The model assured. At least I found an idol as well, so assuming the other three pulled their weight, we should be golden. Besides, they lack leadership capabilities to form an alliance against us. Noah explains, we're awesome like that. Izzy cuts in happily. Cut to the killer captains. I found one. Bridget happily says as she picks up an idol of a reptilian woman with snake hair. She looks like Courtney. She and Heather both laugh. Cody and Courtney continue walking through the dark, underground ruins with just one tiki torch as a light source. The geek notices a Mayan calendar carved into the wall. 2 years left, the geek says. What are you talking about? Courtney asks. Nothing. The geek continues walking until he notices yet another idol ahead of them. It had an imprint of a hurricane on it. He picks it up until the CIT, then rips it out of his hands. Found another one. Courtney proudly takes credit despite the two being alone. Right. Cody just rolled his eyes. Cut to the rabid skippers. Tyler and Lindsay search for their teammates as Duncan and Gwen notice them with their idol. I got an idea. The punk whispers to Gwen as he approaches the other pair. Oh, hey Duncan. Tyler greeted friendly. Hey Tyler, I was wondering if you and Lindsay seen Jeff, DJ, or Leshonna. Can't say that I have. Lindsay, have you seen them? Tyler then asked his girlfriend. Sorry Dylan, I don't think I remember seeing them. Lindsay answered. All right, thanks anyways, the punk says as he walks off. As Tyler and Lindsay continue on, they notice their idol was missing. Tyler looked at his hands in confusion. Where did it go? I could have sworn we just had it. Duncan and Gwen high-five each other. Chris's voice is heard over an intercom. Shipmates. Time's up. Come on over and turn in your idols. Everyone in the Mayan city heard him and the contestants go to their sadistic host. Noah only nervously glanced at the crazed party animal after what happened in the underground ruins. Sierra and Bridget happily see Cody walk out with the CIT and both shout at once. Cody, you're all right. Sierra just glared at the surfer girl after she spoke in unison with the stalker. Chris continues. All right, screaming admirals. Your team found 3 idols. Killer captains, you found 4 idols, and the rabid skippers found only 2 idols. Looks like the captains win again. Chef, tell them what they won. Chef pulls out his cue cards. They win a tiki bar. Tropical drinks will be provided on demand, and it will be built inside you lobby at the next destination. The entire team cheered. Ha, told you I was a winner, Courtney boasted. Chris turns to the rabid skippers. Skippers, I will see all of you on your ship. Cut to the screaming admirals. Gwen and Leshonna just boarded their ship without even looking at each other. Jeff only thought about the 2 scrawny nerds who managed to elude him yet again. Cut to the killer captains. What a day. Cody sighed as falls on the bed of his cabin. I cannot wait until we get the tiki bar. Me neither, Sierra added as the geek finally noticed her cuddled up next to him in his bed. Sierra, come on. The bed is too small for the two of. He stopped as he noticed that his stalker was already sound asleep. Cody was too exhausted to do anything about it and just tries to make himself comfortable in his now clustered position. Cut to the rabid skippers. Skippers, nice to see you all here again at the sardine ceremony. Their host greeted. Hope the bounty on Noah's head doesn't affect all of your decisions here. Hee. Let's see who goes home tonight. The people who received their sardines are Izzy, Justin, Sadie, Lindsay. Just one more can of sardines left. Noah gulps, and Tyler nervously sweats. Izzy and Lindsay both cross their fingers. Tyler, What? But why isn't there a tie or something? The bookworm shouts. Because there were 4 votes against you. Chris informs. What? But who was the 4th? Noah slowly turns to Justin. Everybody has a price. Justin tries to friendly shrug. Traitor, 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 traitor. Izzy angrily chants at the model. You'd do the same. Justin only says as he leaves the ceremony. Sorry, bro, Tyler said sympathetically as he and Lindsay walks away as well. Izzy sadly turned to Noah. Cadet Izzy will miss you. It's no big, Izzy, the bookworm assures. At least I made it out in one piece. As Noah is handed his life jacket, out of nowhere Izzy grabs him and forces in one long kiss onto the bookworm's lips. After 10 seconds of lip locking, Noah could only just take in what happened while staring at the compulsive redhead. Izzy, Noah, for once in his life, was at a loss of words. Izzy only chuckles and then hugs the bookworm. I'll get Justin for you. Hey, all on you, Iz. Hey, you said that in first person, Noah pointed out with a grin. That's how serious I am, she responded and then gave him another quick peck on the lips. Chris intervenes. Far be it for me to step in at this moment, other than being the show host, but it's time for Noah to walk the plank of shame. Noah complied, waved goodbye to Izzy, and jumped off the plank. Justin shrugged, organizing Noah's elimination for money. Who could blame me? It was $1,000 after all. Now I can take command of the rabid skippers. The host then turned to the camera. Wow, after Duncan and Courtney's messy relationship, I thought opposites repelled. And so ends the Izzy Brigade. Will the skippers recover after losing yet another team captain? Find out here on Total Drama Luxury Tour.
She